Labour's new food tax. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because I thought we'd have a look at, well, David Littleproud's response to the budget that was released last night, because he makes some interesting points, which, well, there are going to be some elements in the budget which are going to be passed on to all of us. It's going to increase the cost of our food, our fuel, and cost of living. And, you know, it's funny. Didn't they want to address that in this budget? So, new taxes on regional Australia to hit every household. The Labor government's budget will introduce a new food tax on Australian families right in the middle of a cost of living crisis. The Nationals leader, David Littleproud, said the new tax on farmers to pay for the biosecurity risk of international importers was senseless and would be passed on to consumers, which meant even higher grocery bills for all Australians. And, I mean, he's right there. That's what's going to happen. Do you like paying your, that what is it, $20 increase a week to the dole? That's going to go real far when you're getting food prices going up even higher. It's almost like they don't think these things through, isn't it? It's unfathomable the Labor government would ask farmers to pay for the biosecurity costs of importers from other countries, Mr. Littleproud said. The coalition proposed a cost recovery model that importers would pay commensurate to the risk provided rather than farmers, and the model was ready for implementation before the end of last year. The Albanese government is also increasing the road user charge on truckies by 6%. Now, this is going to have the biggest impact. You think truckies are going to absorb the cost? No, it's going to get passed on. And that's going to impact every single thing in the economy that gets moved around in a truck, which is pretty much everything. I mean, do people not see these? Do they not appreciate it? I guess they don't. I really think they don't. It's going to compound each year and will add to grocery bills for families because transportation companies can't absorb that cost. That's the harsh reality of it. It's going to get passed on to all of us. I honestly think the best cost of living strategy the Albo government could have done, simply cut fuel excise again. Do that, and everyone who uses a vehicle will get an instant saving. You know, if your petrol that you buy every week gets, down $20, $30, $50, that's going to be money for everyone. Well. Regional Australia will also bear the costs to further cuts to regional infrastructure. Labor has abandoned water security projects worth $872.5 million, including the Dungowan Dam, the Emu Swamp Dam, plus again delayed funding for the Wyangala Dam wall rising and Hagenhendon irrigation system. Now, a few years ago, I looked at our potable water here in Australia and I might link to the video if I remember, but you can look it up. Just looking at the increase of potable water in our country compared to the increase of population growth. Now, they didn't align. The problem is there's a lot of, ideological opposition to any of these large infrastructure projects that involve environmental degradation to dam. There's a lot of opposition to it, but we need that. We need dams. We need infrastructure. If there's one thing you could invest your superannuation in, regardless of the returns, nation building like dams and large projects like that, I'm certain most people would. I mean, these are the few things that government can do much more effectively. Well, I don't know, actually, if I think about it. A lot of the dams have been built around the place by private companies, but they're all used for mines. They're not potable water. But anyway, if they're going to force us to save our money in something, it might go towards some infrastructure we need. But that's concerning that these projects are being cut. We're not keeping up with our population growth. We've got 700,000 new people coming in the next few years. What, 1.5? Next 5? It's nuts. Or 5 to 10? On top of kicking water projects into the long grass, Labor has put a razor gang to the $120 billion infrastructure pipeline, putting all regional programs in doubt. Not only is the Albanese government making us pay for their spending, they're also taking away our future by ripping away the tools we need to produce more and get it on your table cheaper. Labor will also force local communities to wait 2 years to access regional grant programs, with funding that was available in 22 under the coalition now delayed well into 24. Labor has pushed back critical funding needs for regional communities, while only targeting projects worth more than $1 million. It means smaller projects like sports ovals, playgrounds, and libraries will be ineligible for funding in most communities. Or the project will suddenly become $1 million job, won't it? You know, just up your fee there a little bit, mate. Yeah. Ripping up or delaying investment in roads, rail, bridges, dams, and community facilities, while increasing costs on heavy vehicles and taking away regional grant projects is not how we build a more prosperous, stronger, and sustainable Australia. So this is the, well, media release from Little Proud of the Nationals. So let's have a bit of a talk about this one, guys. So what we have here isn't necessarily a food tax, but it is an indirect food tax. It's going to be another cost that's added to the distribution system that's used by our food that we're all going to have to bear. Do they not think of these things? Or maybe, well, it's not going to get the headline, is it? It's a media release that I happened to see from the Nationals leaders. And I guess Labor, well, they only care about their inner city votes now, don't they? It's going to be an interesting few years, guys. It certainly is. I don't think cost of living is going to get cheaper anytime soon. Costs are going to go much higher. We'll just wait and see. And the housing crisis, it's just going to get worse. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Is this something we should be worried about? Or is it a big nothing and the Nationals are just concerned for their own? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Check out HeiseBim and Heise Does if you're interested in other content I create. And if you want to support the channel, you can on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. Buy our pocket squares or call us if you need an architect. Take care. Have a great day. And I'll see you all in the next episode of HeiseSays. Bye for now.